Today's immunity challenge is a babushka mystery box. Elise and I have got 60 minutes on the clock. Brett's only got 20 minutes to cook, but I have a problem. This pavlova has gone so wrong. I incorporated some elderflower syrup at the start. I think that might be a reason why they turned out so bad. So I'm just trying to think of anything that I might be able to do to hide the fact that it's gone so terribly wrong.
Don't throw away a good opportunity. 10 minutes to go, come on.
So I'm looking at this mastic, and then it comes to me. I can totally make a custard using this mastic. I've got all the ingredients that I need. All I have to do is just make a nice, thick anglaise. So to use this mastic, I have to crush it up into a really fine powder to incorporate it evenly through the custard.
How is it, Haz?
It's working.
Sweet.
So my custard's looking great, but I don't know what I'm going to do with these meringues. Don't know how I'm going to incorporate them into the finished dish.
I've done a lot of good prep here, but time is just flying. Now it's time for the hero of the dish, the venison. Venison is something we don't cook with very often. It's very gamey, it's not much fat in it, sort of meat. Nailing the cook on this venison is the most important thing.
The venison is being encrusted with pepper, and it's going to be flash fried to medium rare.
Hot pan, it's been on for a while now, so it's smoking hot, bit of oil, in the pan they go. They're going to need a minute, 90 seconds aside. You know, if you overcook this stuff, it's no good. It's tough, it's gamey, there's not a lot of fat running through it, so you've really got to treat it with the respect it deserves. Cauliflower puree is all ready to go. I blitz this puree. I can smell the bay leaf in there. It comes up nice and smooth.
Pass that puree, yeah? Hey, Brett, what's going on?
Venison's over there, it's been cooked off, pepper crusted, and it's resting.
Are you saying that with 5 minutes to go, you're almost finished?
Yeah, pretty much.
So basically, it's a 15-minute cook for you rather than 20-minute cook?
Yeah, something like that.
You know what you've got to do now?
Make it look beautiful.
Yeah, 5 minutes to make it look absolutely stunning.
Hopefully we'll get there.
Come on, Brett!
I've still got a screeching hot pan there from the venison that's just been taken out. I grab a big wad of butter, chuck it in the pan and start burning that off for the sauce. Quickly chop up some bay leaf and throw that in as well.
I take my tart shell out of the oven and... Woo! Looks good! It's golden brown and it's crispy, and that's what the judges want, so I'm pretty happy. My mastic ice cream has set. I now need to get that out of the ice cream machine, do a beautiful quenelle, and place that in the blast chiller. It's got this really strong mastic flavour. I didn't expect my ice cream to churn and for it to have that much more flavour. I just hope the judges enjoy it.
This is all about racing for the line now. 3 minutes to go. Come on!
My quandong and elderflower jam has turned out so good. Got to somehow think about whether I'm going to incorporate these really horrible meringues. I can make a mess out of this. I can make an eaten mess. So that's what I'm going to go with. I've got all my elements. I've got a cream, I've got a custard, I've got a jam. So I might be able to pull a good dish out of this. To plate up, I'm just going to get some crumb on the bottom of the plate, some meringue drops, blowtorch those.
I cut through the venison and I'm so happy. It's cooked perfectly. It really is wonderful.
1 minute to go, 1 minute!
I need to start plating. I place my tart shell onto the plate and pipe my crimpat in the middle. I then place some of the quandong jam gently on top.
I'm going to try and mix some of this chewy meringue with the quandong, get that onto the plate, then pipe around the custard, the chantilly cream.
I take 2 pieces of the venison, put it on top of the cauliflower puree in the bowl, and start building up the cauliflower around with the leaves. It looks amazing. I'm happy.
Come on, guys!
10 seconds! 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it! Your time up.
Yeah, I got it. Good job, guys.
Now, that was an interesting cook. Brett, as soon as you've cooked the savoury dish, I think you are the first up to the tasting bench. Up you come.
Walking my plate up to the judges, feeling really good. You know, I had 20 minutes and I've got a really good-looking dish in front of me that I know the judges are going to love.
What is it?
We've got a cauliflower puree, pepper-crusted venison, pickled cauliflower, and a burnt butter sauce with bay leaf.
Absolutely delicious. I mean, that cauliflower puree works beautifully with the burnt butter. The pepper on the venison is classic and delicious. Beautifully cooked, still lovely and tender. I think it's a really good dish.
Bloody good understanding of food. You know, that's you've come a long way. I can tell you, that's seriously good.
Two things I'm really happy about is the cooking of the venison and also the use of bay leaf. That's delicious.
There's the dish to beat. You too?
Thanks, guys.
To put a dish up like that they all love, I think I'm really in with a shot today. I'm feeling really confident.
Next up, Harry.
I know that there was a few good elements on there, so I'm hoping that there's going to be a perfect balance throughout the dish. Got my fingers crossed.
So what is the dish?
I've called it an eat and mess. So I've got a quandong and mastic crumble, a quandong and elderflower jam, I've got a mastic custard and also some meringue.
Harry, obviously, you know better than we do what's wrong with this dish. And apart from the quandong jam being quite delicious, you know the meringue, it was all sticky and gluey.
From the presentation point of view, at least you've tried to save the dish, which is really good thinking. And yeah, I commend you on that. And I think quandong, I'm actually quite like quandong now.
Isn't it?
So,
Yeah.
Thank you, Harry.
At this point, I'm pretty sure that I'm not going into round two.
Elise.
Walking my dish up to the judges and I'm happy. I'm smiling from ear to ear and I'm thinking I've got a pretty good chance to get into round two.
What have you cooked, Elise?
Quandong and cream pat tart with a mastic ice cream.
That's beautiful. That bright, sort of beautiful quandong jam on the top, custard, and that soft pastry, that crumbly pastry is delicious.
And I think we can all say none of us have ever tasted the combination of mastic and quandong before in our lives. So it's definitely interesting, and you dealt with the mastic the best way, I think, by blending it up with icing sugar.
Now, for me, the texture of the ice cream, texture of the pastry actually is really good. Texture of the custard, everything actually works really well together. And I think you're brave in terms of what you did earlier. You chose all that ingredients. I think it's good on you. It's about learning.
Yep. Thank you.
Good stuff.
To use those ingredients and to create that dish, I'm in with a chance. That's like the best case scenario for me.